The Facilitator MD, back at you again. We return to Jamaica. Jamaica again is in our focus as last time we talked about some of the challenges that local Jamaicans were having in the taxi business. This time, we're going to step back and take a look at another aspect of Jamaican life that's very interesting, and that is Jamaica is a country, and like every other country in the world, there is emigration and immigration. And by the way, make sure you hit the link below, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell so that every time a new video comes out, you'll be notified, and make sure you share the video to anyone who you think might enjoy it. We follow one family's journey from India to the country of Jamaica, and we talk to them and learn who they are, what is their story, and what was their impetus to leave India to come and set up business and create their lives in Jamaica. We thank this family for opening up their business, opening up themselves to talk with us about who they are. I ask questions like, what were their feelings? What were their fears? I ask questions like, do they consider themselves Jamaican after a certain period of time? What is Jamaican? We follow today the Champa family. I want to say that they were extremely gracious in sharing their story with me, and I hope that we can share their dedication to their families, dedication to their jobs, their careers, the service that they provide to Jamaicans and the Jamaican economy, and give a little perspective as to what it means to be Jamaican. Indians in Jamaica, the Facilitator MD.
Hi, I'm Champa Manchanvia from India. And, welcome to Montego Bay.
Hi, my name's Karina. I'm from India, but I've lived in Jamaica for more than half my life now. And the first time I heard about Jamaica, it was in a song called Kokomo, and it always sounded very exotic.
Do you consider yourself Jamaican or do you consider yourself Indian?
Jamaican Indian.
Jamaican Indian.
Yeah.
So like a hybrid. You're Jamaican / Indian.
Yeah.
So if I said you are an Indian Jamaican, would that be accurate?
Yeah.
Do you consider yourself Jamaican?
Yes.
Do you consider yourself Indian Jamaican? Do you consider yourself Indian?
So I've lived here more than half of my life, and this is exactly this year that I transitioned to the other side. So I definitely consider myself Jamaican. Yeah, this is my country.
I've been in Jamaica from 2009. I came down here for my granddaughter's delivery. My granddaughter was born to be around to take care of her in the beginning, and then slowly I was busy looking, getting involved in everything, every part of their children's life.
I actually moved here because I had an arranged marriage with somebody who was working here for a jewelry company. So he, as Indians, they travel a lot outside their country to get work because of the low, pay scale that is available to them as hard workers in India. But when you move abroad, you get paid more. So this guy had moved to Jamaica when he was 17. He started working here for a jewelry company, and then when he came of age, and then he started his own business.
Actually, I had an offer for my daughter. It was arranged marriage. There are people who have these offers. If you want to get your daughter married in this part of the world, and though my daughter was not ready for it, but I literally wanted her. Can I get her permission? So I can talk about it.
So he visited India to have an arranged marriage, and the priest, who knows both our families, he connected us. And for the first time in my life, so we met in September, and I came to Jamaica in November. So for the first time in my life, I got on a plane and came out of my country. I think 36 hours away. That's how long it takes to get here. And I came here and I was introduced to this beautiful country. And at that time, I did not think of it as such a beautiful country. But now I couldn't live anywhere else.
And I found the culture of Jamaica and Indian the same. If you go to see the part of like the food culture, like wherever, if you go to see the cuisine, the food that is there, if the basic food is same as India, like dal and roti, and like curry goat, which we cook. The spices are literally used are spicy. The spicy food we use, same as India, if you go to see.
The first couple of weeks, I was okay, but I think being separated from my family, and I used to live in a joint family, so it was a very big life change for me. I think I was extremely depressed, and then slowly I came out of it as I started to develop, like get interested in the business and made new friends, and I realized a lot of the women that I was surrounded by, which were his friends' wives, they were in the same boat. So they came to the country based on the same story, which is arranged marriages. Their husbands are working here, they go to India to get married, and then we're all find ourselves in this place. And I think it made me very strong as a person, and I'm very grateful for the experience, because I wouldn't be who I am today without this country. And the opportunities that came my way were immense, and honestly, I think it's been a very big blessing to be in this country. I feel like the energy in this place is incredible, and there's a lot of abundance, and a lot of positive energy, and very good vibes. Like the people over here are very friendly. They have beautiful hearts, and that has changed the game for me.
Growing up, we learned that our motto in Jamaica is out of many one people. So when you look around Jamaica, you're gonna see everybody: Indians, Chinese, Black, Spanish. I mean, we are diversity, and our motto talks about diversity. You know, it's right there on our coat of arms, out of many one people. And Indians have, just like Chinese and everyone else, have contributed a lot. Not just to the culture of Jamaica, because a lot of our foods here is inspired from Indian dishes, but they've brought wealth to the island in the form of their businesses that they've brought here, you know, and given employment to the locals here.
I've seen where Indians are very family oriented, and that is very important for anybody to grow together. All right, they always try to do business, they support each other, and that I look at that as a positive, because I see that as a formula in which us as Black people can follow. All right, it is always about, we always hear that teamwork lets the dream work. All right, but you know, many times that talk is a bit overrated, and people don't really look at it as if it's something that's very important, and it is, because if we should support each other, all right, it makes your community greater, and then from the community grow. You never see Indian people crying and complaining and being victims, and that's something that us should follow. Us as a Black people, we should follow. Indians are always opening businesses, all right? Not to say Blacks don't have businesses, but guess what? When they open business, they still have that community. And that's important. That's what causes development and growth. All right? And while doing that, you notice if an Indian man has a shop, pure Indian support them. You don't really see Indian coming too much to Black people's shop, because they're already supporting their own. All right? Because they have set that community. So the thing is, if we should just look at it and copy that formula, it would be better for us.
They've inserted themselves in this society, in this culture, and they're accepted among the locals. Like we don't have a problem with Indians owning business here, and I think it's sad that not a lot of places are like Jamaica where anybody can come. There's a lot of foreigners that have come here and have started up businesses. Indians have come, Chinese have come, Spanish has come, and they all have something to contribute. But I think the Indians most especially has done a good job of remaining peaceful here. They're one of the most peaceful people here. You never hear of any problems with any of the Indians on, you know, they pretty much have taken over the souvenir area and some of the appliance shops, retail shops, and a lot of people work for them. And I never hear of anybody talking negatively about them. So I could say that, yeah, they've done a lot of for the society as far as providing income and, you know, the diversity of having different food here. I mean, not everybody wants jerk chicken, and it's good to have all the different foods available here.
They're more integrated with us when they are born here over time, because you will not see Indian marrying Jamaicans though, because as I said, it is all about Indian race. So because they're so tight knit, you know, they don't really marry to them, but they will do business with Jamaicans, and you will see a lot of things that are beneficial to us by that association with them.
This restaurant is my second baby. Actually, I should say my fifth baby because I have three children, so the children come first, and then there was another restaurant that we closed during COVID, and then we did, we had this one. So um, yes, it's one of the most stressful businesses that you can be in, but I am so passionate about it. Um, Even the stress is a form of joy in a way. I love what I do, and I was just actually thinking this very morning that again, I'm very fortunate to be um, around such good people. I think I have an excellent team, and I have very well-intentioned people working for me. So that really enhances the value of what we do as a service to other people. So when I talk to my um, the people that manage the place, or that cook the food, or that serve the food, I come from a point of energy. So, and we always talk about how we want people to feel when they come in here, and how we want them to think about us when they are not here and they want to come back. So we really try to create an atmosphere where everybody feels special. And I really don't think we're just an ordinary restaurant. We're almost like a community in here. And if you come in here, you'll hear that, you'll feel that. With every table, everybody knows everybody. It's a small city. It's not a very big city, and everybody is on first name basis. And we have customers coming here almost every other day for lunch or dinner, and very like regular people that come in here, and it's just like it's one big party.
Hi, my name is Kezik. I just visited this restaurant. It's Mystic Thai, and I really enjoyed the food. It was a little bit of mixture of Jamaican and Indian culture in one. So, the best part of the meal is the rice. They have different variety of rice that I like coconut rice. We have what's the name again? Shrimp fried rice. Everything was great, and I really enjoyed it. I would like to come again. Thank you.
The inspiration behind the food is the fact that I'm a foodie and I love to eat, and it's something that I wanted to have other people experience as well, because I think there's quality ingredients are very important, and I think that we shouldn't miss that point as a restaurant, because the ingredients are what actually makes the dish, and sometimes we tend to skimp on that, and over here we don't do that. So it's really about, and then the chefs are always taught to cook with love. So what they're thinking when they're cooking, and how they're feeling when they're cooking. We're always talking about that. So it really comes from a very well-intentioned place. I keep using the word intention because I strongly feel that everybody should be intentional with what they do in their daily lives. And I think this comes from, I don't know if I should mention this, but I'm Buddhist, and I follow a school of Buddhism called Nichiren Daishonin's Buddhism. And I have learned so much from that school of Buddhism. It has changed my life. So I always feel like when you do something, you do it with full love and appreciation for life itself, and that completely changes the experience of anyone who's been to the restaurant.
And what type of food do you specialize in?
So we're generally, like, we do Thai and Indian food. We started with the Indian restaurant, and then we expanded to Thai. But this restaurant serves both Thai and Indian. But we do a lot of menus that are fusion menus. So if you look, and I have a restaurant in Kingston as well, and if you look at that menu, there's a lot of different ingredients and a lot of different dishes that are not authentically Thai. There's a special section that's called the Masters of the Walk, and that has a lot of fusion items in it. And we've done a lot of wedding menus where we've had a Jamaican groom and an Indian bride, and we've combined both the cultures, and we've brought out a menu that's exclusive to them and their likes. So we have done a lot of fusion as well.
Name
I don't see myself as any different from anybody else. I think again, this school of thought comes from my Buddhist practice because we are, we're so grounded in our faith that we look at everybody as a Buddha, and we believe that they all have that potential of enlightenment within them. So I think my thought process would differ from a lot of people, but when I look at somebody, there is no diversity, there's no difference between them and me. We're all equal, and I hope that, and I pray that we would be able to instill that in everybody around us. And I do believe that starts with one-on-one dialogue. When we empower another person, uh, we let them empower 10 other people, and that's where the unity comes from. And I feel like the world needs a lot more of that, and it's especially at this point, where we are in being so close to the United States as well. And my daughter lives there, and there's always fear and apprehension, but I feel like through strong prayer we can step away from this level of fear that everyone is going through and transcend it, and come from a point of more hope that we will still be able to stay strong and stay grounded in our authenticity to be able to empower others.
Sharing my experience with Buddhism here in Montego Bay, Jamaica. I grew up here in Jamaica. I left as a young child. I was educated in Toronto, Canada, and lived in Miami for quite some time. So I'm pretty cool with diversity. I've traveled to quite a few countries all over the world, and I was Christian for 44 years before embracing this practice that was introduced to me in December 2022 when I was getting takeout at a Thai restaurant in Montego Bay. Strangely enough, the person asked me if I knew anything about Buddhism, and at that point I didn't know anything, and I was curious because I was in a transition in my life where I was having a lot of questions about my previous spirituality as a Christian, and I was looking into different things, religions, spiritualities, and I embraced Buddhism when it was introduced to me because I feel like it was something that I was longing for and didn't quite know it until I started practicing. And in the beginning, it's kind of strange chanting this Japanese chant, Nyamyoho Renge-kyo. That pretty much means the devotion to the mystic law of cause and effect through sound, which is why we chant, because that creates a vibration in sound. And having that practice and just having the whole mindset of being a Buddha, or we're trying to attain Buddha, has helped me and has enriched my life in a lot of ways, because now I don't really get upset at people so often. It's created a lot of compassion in me where I embrace differences in people more so now than I ever did in my life. There's no judgment. It's all about peace, love, and harmony. And as a Buddhist, our biggest goal is world peace. We call it Kozen Rufu. And what's a better goal than to chant for the happiness of the world, peace above all things. And it's changed my life, as I said, because now I look at things differently. How I treat people, even manifesting things in my own life through chanting. They say you are to have goals when you chant, so you can prove them for yourself when you manifest those goals in your life. And I can tell you, I've manifested a lot of things in my life. I'm a travel bug, and the last 3 trips I've taken were all manifestations through my chanting. It's just one of the examples that I could share with you right now, because there's so much, there's plenty. But I really believe in what we do here, and I think that if everyone was to develop a mindset of world peace, this world would be so much more peaceful and beautiful place.
Tell us a little bit about alternative medicine and why you think it's important and the practice here in Jamaica.
Because I find the herbs, the alternative medicine, the herbs that are there are available very easily in Jamaica. Like moringa trees are grown so much. And besides that, the neem, I have not seen neem trees so much, but even the neem and moringa, when you join them together, are amazing, like detox. I find the herbs are detox. Like if you can do a detox, then your system gets cleansed. Though we in allopathy also they do have detox, but I think the herbal detox works better. Either like when you detox, the system gets cleansed. So the sickness are usually due to the blockages which we have, right? Because of blockage, there's so much stress all around now. All over the world, right? Stress is so much, and there's not one single person, even if you go to see nowadays, the child say, I'm bored. I keep wondering, I think due to the all the latest gadgets that are available to the children, parents are giving them the latest gadgets, so it affects them. But I try, my main thing is getting the children out of that, using the gadgets which are they using all the time. A small child of 3 years old today, he said, I'm bored. At 8 or 3, a child is bored of what? The culture has become that, the parents, I think it's, go to say, I would ask parents to avoid giving these gadgets to the children. The phones and cell phones and tablets that are given, I think that should be avoided. I think that is the cause of all the health issues everyone has all over the world. That should be avoided. And I'm trying right now, my main thing is, with my sound healing, I'm trying to stop these children from getting addicted to phones, like addiction to drugs. I wish I could avoid those, I could help children to get out of that. I would love to do that with my alternative therapy.